Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Curse of Strahd, here with me, Critical Mole, and those wonderful people. We are missing an Angie tonight, because she died. Not really, but you know.
Wow.
In game, we don't know.
That's why it says MIA on the screen. If you look at the stream, it's got an MIA over her, not a KIA.
That means not confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should say 404.
404 would have been funnier. Yes, you're right.
Wait,
Let's see if I can.
turn off the screen, restart, and we'll go again.
No. I can fix this. I can fix this.
I just messaged Angie to be like, I miss you, and I nearly sent it to Mole instead.
I'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
Don't miss you, Mole. I don't miss you, Snake. Nuh-uh.
I'd like to say that I don't share that sentiment, and I'm not involved with that at all.
There we go,
I would
fixed.
say I was not part of that statement.
So,
Hey, I know Mole is ready for shenanigans.
so you're
I'm
deliberately
watching him.
not being nice to the DM.
It has nothing to do with being nice, I just don't miss you. You're just right there. Front and
Okay.
centre, being watched, avidly.
And we have an Anton watching.
Whoop whoop!
And
Okay, so as we left things, you were sleeping at the Wizards of Wine winery. A couple of you were probably a little bit more distraught than normal.
Is that how you're phrasing that?
Is that
Okay.
what you're going to say after all that you've done?
Okay, Bill was more distraught than normal.
I think Hachi was pretty fucked up.
Yeah, but Hatchie has this thing of being like in almost a constant state of being mentally fucked up. Whereas Alana's
Alana
normally
doesn't.
pretty calm and chill. So yes, I kind of messed with Alana's head last week.
Kind of, literally. That's literally what you did.
Yeah, okay. Literally messed with Alana's head. So there was kind of a watch to make sure everything was okay with Alana while everybody was resting. So yeah. Yeah, let's not have the Wizard of Winery attacked in the middle of the night. Let's carry on.
yeah, let's not, because we've already kind of been through a lot, you know, just nice.
This is Strahd. You're meant to go through a lot.
This was meant to have been our day off. Our day off while we were getting ready.
Yep.
No. Yesterday was your day off.
Yeah. We've seen how well that
Count
went.
New
as
day.
part of the format
New day.
From now on, we take no holidays. They're fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Welcome to Barovia.
Barovian tourist spot has some fucking work to do, I tell you.
Okay, so you find out that this is actually the first wine shipment since they've managed to get things up and running to Krezk. So it's been like a month, almost two, since Krezk has actually had wine.
Oh, they're definitely like this, and we're good.
So they're probably getting pretty desperate for it. And I will apologise to everybody that I do have my fan going. I don't know whether it's being picked up or not, but it's because I want to make sure that the stream doesn't blue screen like it has
can't hear
done
it.
recently. No, I think I've managed to set things up in a way where it is pretty good, and Pup has messed with me. Oh, okay, I'm going to have to readjust everything on my mic because of Pup playing with it.
We're
She
picking
did,
up like
but-
a lot of fan right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, what about now?
Barely any.
Oh, right, okay, so I moved the pop filter to face the fan. And it fixes it. That makes sense. That is what the pop filter is supposed to do. It's to stop the breathing type.
Thou shalt
stuff.
not breathe.
Okay. So, the wagon is loaded up. It's got a couple of strong horses on there. You reckon it's going to be relatively slow going because it's going to be a heavy laden wagon. Whether you want to ride on there or you want to take your horses is entirely up to you.
Sven would inquire on how these people would feel about hybrid Svens.
They won't like it.
Yes. Sven will ride the wagon.
It's pretty much a universal
human
thing.
form.
General people in Barovia will not like hybrid Sven. They will assume it's the Devil Strahd playing something.
I say we take horses because we will get in the wagon, but then if we want to get back out in a hurry, like if we're like, oh shit, Balak is burning, horses is what we're gonna need.
You mean when?
That's an interesting example.
Well, look, at some point they're festivals, they're lighting big things on fire.
Festival 2038.
Can
That's
we
what's going to
assume-
happen at some point. They're going to stop. They're going to run out of names. They're just going to number them.
Yep.
Can we assume we got long rest so my spell slots are back? Because I did blue spells on polymorph.
Yes. You've had a long rest.
I'm gonna redo my portent.
That's a pretty decent portent.
That's better than the last one.
Yeah. Okay. So, are you going to be fiddling with any magical infusion?
I haven't considered it, so it's probably not going to be on Hachi's mind either.
Okay. Cool. So they'll be ready to go whenever you are. It's whether you guys are ready to leave.
Yep.
Oh,
Well, Anna has herself all put together as if last night never happened. Although conspicuously, she usually wears her prayer book on her hip, like on a belt. It's not there. But she's ready to go.
Yeah, Hachi's up early and ready to go.
Okay. Well, in which case, if everybody's ready, you shall hit the road. You're guessing that it's going to be early afternoon by the time you get there, just simply because slow-moving wagon. As you get to about lunchtime, do I actually have a map of Barovia as a whole? No, I don't. I should have done that, because basically you're going up and you hit the road which connects to the road that goes off to Balak, and then they both join up, and then you go on the third fork, which heads up towards Krezk. After about 10 minutes of going down the road where you've joined the main road, can I have audio-based perception checks from people?
12.
17.
Oh, Archie.
Okay, Sven is probably busy talking to the Martikov dude that's driving the wagon. So,
Sure.
not paying any attention. Hachi, you hear the sound of what here appears to be a horse-driven wagon coming from the distance behind you. It is drawing closer.
I'll alert everybody. There's behind us, horse-drawn wagon. Everybody take positions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, after a few more minutes, you, in order to be a bit more defensive, they do actually slow the wagons down slightly. That way they can just stop if you need to fight, because, trying to fight while moving, not necessarily the best idea.
Anna is willing to try it.
Yeah, well, what happened the last time Anna tried fighting while being on a moving vehicle?
It turned out fine.
It turned out fine.
Okay.
All you did was lose a pulse. That's all.
It's fine. It's stand by my statement. It's fine.
Technically still going.
Yeah.
But for real, she would have her crossbow out right now.
Okay, so after a few minutes, around the corner you see, at first you can just make out the shape of horse and wagon, with one person in the seat on the wagon, driving the wagon. As it gets a bit closer, I'll have another perception check to see if anybody can make out the figure from a distance. Wow. Okay. Well, Anna, you definitely do. Hachi, you've got a pretty damn good idea. You recognise the person driving the wagon as Ismark.
That's interesting.
What the fuck is he doing out here? Is there any sign of Arena?
Not that you can see, but remember, there's the wagon.
Does it look like
Yeah.
he's like speeding this wagon along as if he's like in a hurry to get somewhere, or?
The best assumption you can make is he's going as fast as he can while being safe.
So is Mark.
That's true.
It really is.
God damn it, that's true.
So Anna's gonna like look to Hachi and Alana and like query as to whether they've sent him a message or something. Like it's something to do with whatever the fuck happened last night that we're not talking about.
Nope.
No,
Yeah,
I
he
haven't done
specifically installed a seatbelt just so he could put it on.
He invented seatbelts. He
Yes.
made one and installed it.
I haven't said anything to him.
No, neither
Okay,
have I.
all the time it's getting a bit closer. After, once it gets to the point where it's obvious who it is, regardless of perception checks, you can make out that in the wagon there are other figures.
Can we move our horses, like, or Anna would anyway, move her horse towards us, like she'd stop and turn and
Yeah,
meet
sure.
him rather than wait for him to get to us.
Yeah, I'll misty step on the where like beside him as soon as.
But I only have one seatbelt.
I'm sorry. It was just I pictured her on top of the carriage, and we were like, "Get ready!" And she was just like, transformed and turns into a cannon. And then when she sees who it is, she would just be like, "Hello."
No, I've just got the picture of, for some reason there's now a piano on top of all the casks of wine, and you got Tafili lying on it, like.
Hey, that wild magic, man. It's unpredictable.
Put the straw back in.
Okay, so as it gets closer and you start closing the gap, you do realise that in the back of the wagon is Arena and 4 children. You recognise Freak and Myrtle.
There were 4 children last time we were there, right?
No.
I feel like they had a collection. We were
No,
just
they only
had-
turning up with more children.
No, you had arranged for the werewolf kids from Velaki to be returned to Ismark and Arena.
That's true.
Okay.
Because they were the only people in the town you could trust to meet up with the werewolves and not cause a fight.
Sure, we'll go with that. That's
Well,
what happened.
it's Mark anyway.
Okay.
Okay, upon seeing you, he basically he looks a bit surprised to find you on the road. Normally,
Not as surprised as I am to see him on the road with his sister and some children because he should
Right?
well,
I
it is
hope
about
this wagon
midday.
is, like,
It is about
covered
midday.
in,
It is
like,
kind of the
holy
opposite of
bubbles.
Strahd's time.
Stop
but
kicking.
still.
Thank you.
There are wolves and dire wolves and creatures that steal bones.
And humans, straight up humans that are loyal to Strahd that don't abide by his nighttime rules.
Okay, he nods as he gets closer and greets you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, nod is back. Mm-hmm. Good, sorry. Alana, would you like to speak with him?
I'm mad at him right now.
Anna would not like to speak with him.
Hello, it's me, Sven.
Sven the diplomat. Go Sven.
I know who you are, Sven.
Oh, hello, Ismark. What are you doing here?
The werewolves brought the children back, but it appears a couple of them were actually from Krezk.
Aria. Yeah, I said no.
So we're taking them home.
You and Arena.
Sofa, go.
Well,
Go.
I wasn't going to leave. Arena kind of pops up and says, "I insisted."
God.
Go. In the bedroom. Go.
Ismark wouldn't have us split up. I was bringing the children back to their families.
Could you not have waited till we were back in Velaki?
Asked us to help you travel.
And we didn't know when that would be.
just feel like this is a very unnecessary risk you're taking.
Well,
This foolish thing.
the last we saw you, you were off to fight Babala Saga, and we hadn't heard from you since. So we didn't
We've
know
been
what had
back to
happened to you.
Valaki since
You've
then.
been back to Valaki. You have not seen
did
Ismark
go
in
to-
Arena.
It's true.
Oh, that's true.
That's
That's
right.
true. Everyone voted to stick together. But
Daphne
okay.
was having awkward feelings because of certain someone.
I'm giving them the stern teacher look, but now you're with us, you can travel the rest of the way with us, and we can make sure that you're safe.
That'd be good.
After everything Sven has been through, though, and learning, he just casually pokes Ismark once. Poke.
Sorry, I'm just kind of confused at what she's doing.
She's a wriggly pup.
So yeah, so they join up with you. So in the back, you can see, you know, a couple of young children that you now recognise from the werewolf caves. Plus, you got freaking Myrtle, who are probably in the best moods you've seen them yet. You know, it's like, you know, each day they're getting back closer and closer to being normal kids.
Plus, this is like a school trip, you know? They don't get let out that often.
Yeah.
And last time we seen them, they were being horrified by Alana, so
Yeah.
No, they were having fun.
They were just being taught the intricacies of, you know, execution and torture.
It's educational, it's fun for
I
the
mean,
whole
Freak
family.
loved it. Myrtle was a bit freaked out.
She'll go.
is there room on their like wagon at any point for one of us? 'Cause
Yeah.
if there is, I will miss the step to it, and I'll just take up position on their wagon.
You could just, like, you know, get off your horse and climb up.
Slow
No,
everything
that's
down.
less fun. That's less fun.
Okay. I was saying it's a spell slot, so, you know, it's up to you. Okay, so you get moving, and... Okay, she needs to go back down. She's fighting it. Back down, sweetie.
Oh, was a really good athletic check.
It was an amazing check. Every time I pushed her back, she managed to lift her legs up so they catch me back on the way down. Oh, I love that child. Okay, so yeah, you start making your way towards Krezk after about another hour or so. You see Krezk approaching ahead of you.
Angela has just found out about Ismark. She's disappointed.
Don't worry, we'll just, you know, Jaeger the flirting.
Yeah, we'll just pretend it's there.
It's happening.
Right now, they're both just sock puppets, and you know, Sven is like, "Oh, you're so cute." No, you.
Yeah, we'll just say that, you know, it's a case of, in this episode, the flirting's happening in the background.
Yeah.
It's
like
actually
like they
just
were
Ben
extras.
with 2 socks going, oh, Ismark, oh.
Sock puppets he made himself.
Really stinky sock puppet.
Why would they be stinky? Sven knows how to shower.
He has a bird bath every morning.
It's a true story.
Okay, so you're coming up from the south. You've got the little illustration there of roughly what the gatehouse looks like. They are 20-foot high stone walls going around this place. I need my book. It's amazing how many times I start Strahd without my book. Krezk 143. Okay. The road branches north and climbs a rocky escarpment, ending at a gatehouse built like into a 20-foot high wall of stone reinforced with buttresses every 50 feet or so. The wall encloses a settlement on the side of a snow-dusted mountain spur. Beyond the wall you can see the tops of snow-covered pines and thin white wisps of smoke. The sombre toll of a bell comes from a stone abbey that clings to the mountainside high above the settlement. The steady chime is inviting, a welcome change from the deathly silence and oppressive fog which you have grown accustomed. It's hard to tell at this distance, but there seems to be a switchback road climbing to the cliffs that lead up to the walled settlement to the abbey. And then, as you get closer and closer to the gatehouse, there's more to read! Yay! The air grows colder as you approach the walled settlement. 2 square towers with peach roofs flank a stone archway into which is set a pair of 12-foot tall, iron-bound wooden doors. Carved into the arch above the door is a name, Krezk. The walls that extend from the gatehouse are 20 feet high. Atop the parapet you see 4 figures wearing fur hats and clutching spears. They watch you nervously.
When you say fur hats, are they like little, like beefy hats? Are they like little,
It's like they're wearing rabbits.
like little Jimmy Crockett or whatever his name was? Like
Yeah.
hats?
Davy Crockett.
That's the one. Jiminy Cricket. Shut up.
Jimmy's his boring, less talked about
Yeah.
brother that nobody really refers to.
You know, he had the shitty fur hat.
Yeah.
Well, no, the truth is you're probably talking Eastern European, Russian-esque style fur hats.
Ushankas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
want
urge
one.
to just walk up to the wall and be like, "Vyskoś privyet, comrades."
Well, it is a commune.
Just saying, I am wearing red today. I'm not a communist.
Seize the means of production.
The thing is, on paper, communism is a fantastic system. It just
Just never
ignores,
works
you know.
out.
Well, no, it's because when put into practice, you've got this thing called humans.
And humans are the worst at everything.
Absolutely. Except fucking things up.
Yeah, we're good at that.
Yeah, we're really good at that.
We're also really good at food. I don't care what you say.
Oh, I now have to remember his name again. What was the eldest son called? Because he's the one that's taking you there.
Erwin?
No,
Erwin's
No,
the middle
Erwin's
brother.
The
Yeah.
middle one.
He's the middle one.
Younger
I
bro
wrote it
croaked.
down. I felt like I wrote it down last time.
His name's Jimmy Crow.
Davian. No.
No,
Adrian.
Davian's the dad.
Adrian.
Adrian.
Adrian!
Adrian.
Yeah, I'm going to remember that forever.
Adrian, calls up. At which point the guards recognise him, and from the nervousness, it's like a sense of relief. Like their prayers have been answered, type thing. One of them calls down and says, "Wait there." It takes a few minutes, but eventually the doors open, only a little bit to begin with, and stepping out, you see. That's completely the wrong screen. You see.
What do our non-elven eyes see?
Well, I mean, we're studying with the hour. One of us has elven eyes.
The one with the questionable mind right now.
Well, you've got basically. I've just shared a handout, which basically has a picture in it.
Ooh.
Are they actually red people?
That's just bad quality PDF that I took
Oh,
a picture
okay.
from. It's the guy in the picture.
Screw the guy, I want to know his wife.
Priorities. I want to know her steak. Look at that thing.
Be careful saying you want to know what steak is an undead thing. That's
I am not undead.
You're not
lesson
alive.
number one that you should jot down. Do not ask for seeing people's
No,
steaks.
you are unquestion mark dead.
I'm unalive, okay?
People that carry stakes don't care for semantics.
Yeah. What would you have done before you discovered this information if someone had turned to you and said that?
I don't know. Are they opposing my values of dethroning
Yeah,
Strahd
in
and
your
ending
role-
his curse over Barovia?
She identifies as alive.
There
Shit.
we go.
Well, then
My
you
Twitter
win.
profile, I identify as alive.
She's just vitally challenged, is all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. In your role as a monster hunter, you know.
I get some stuff.
I didn't kill some things that we met. Somewhere along the line, I didn't kill something. So, we meet this dude at the gate.
Yeah, and he comes
Yeah,
out
so-
and he goes, "Ah, Adrian, we thought all was lost at the winery. We haven't seen you in way too long." Adrian turns around and goes, "Yes, we had a few problems. Our friends here helped us out, and we've managed to get production up and running. The shipments should return on a regular basis. We've got some extra for you because I know you're probably going to have a party." At which point, the Virgin Master turns around and goes, "Ah, good. I am Baron Dmitri Krezk. This is Krezk. The safest place in Barovia."
Certainly looks it.
"Thank you very much. You can probably imagine, wine goes a long way in these lands." He turns to the guards and orders them to open up the gates, at which point everything starts coming in. Adrian also, tells them about Ismark and Arena having kids with them. At which point he basically rushes off, looks at the kids, and turns to one of the guards and asks it, and who says to go and fetch. Where's the name? The name
I like
is
how the Baron
John.
took like one look at us and was like, "Tourist heroes, I've seen their type before."
Yes. I don't know how I forgot that name because it's the same name as a member of the party. He basically calls to one of the guards and says, "Go and fetch Lady Anna."
Wait a minute.
After a couple of minutes, they're starting to get the wagon with the wine through the gates. The other figure in the handout that I showed you comes out the gates. She rushes forward, immediately goes to the two kids that you don't know who they are, and starts checking them over. Checking for bite marks, scratches, all that sort of stuff. But is very caring and tender about it. You get the impression that she's got some level of medical training, but you're also picking up a lot of the extra care these people take in their defending the community.
I'm gonna be watching very carefully, and I'm gonna be prepping to make sure that if Arena is looked at, I can minor the bite marks away.
No,
Good
they don't.
call.
She doesn't seem to go near them. Basically, she's just checking over the two kids from Krezk.
Just in case Arena ruins everything.
Okay. After a few minutes of her checking the kids over, she after checking each one, she gives them a hug, and then after the second one, turns to her husband and basically gives them a nod and goes, "They're fine." At which point, the Virgin Master lets the second wagon into the town, and as walking, you hear Dmitri says, "You're lucky. We don't normally let people in, but if you save the wine supply to my town, I'm indebted." As you move in, you see that it is It's a small village, completely enclosed, and as you can see from the map, it's pretty much everything you need to live. They've pretty much got everything they need to survive inside these walls, except the wine. Everything else you can see evidence of, animals for food, crops, that stuff everywhere. You can tell by the way that the buildings are built. They're all very much log/stone cabins with thatched roofs, stone
So it's like
chimneys.
like an old castle community, basically, where you got the castle and then you got everything the castle would need inside a wall.
Yeah, kind of like that. Except, this sprung out from slightly different needs. You can see evidence that this is the sort of community where they take the animals in at night, to keep them warm and all that sort of stuff. The one thing that stands out to you as you're travelling, as you go in, is normally when you go into a big gate to a community, one of the first things you will see is either a tavern or some sort of supply shop. There are neither. To the right, as you go through the door, you'll see probably the biggest cottage in Krezk, and you can tell just by looking at it that this must be the Burgeon Master's cottage. He guides tells the Adrian and the guards that are with him to take the wine off to the stores. At which point he turns to you and goes, "So, what brings you to Krezk? I can tell by your equipment that you weren't merely guarding the wine shipment."
I heard you have an abbey here.
Ah, yes, the Abbey. What about it?
I merely wish to visit it as a holy woman myself. I feel it's important to visit these kinds of places.
Well, the Abbey was named after Saint Markovia. In the early days, when the devil first took control of the land, it was her and her followers who stood up and tried to take him down. Obviously, they were unsuccessful, but this abbey rose up, dedicated to her. It was once a hospital and a convent, but in the lands of Strahd, things fall on hard times, and the inhabitants fell victim to the devil himself. Some of them fell to him directly, others went mad, and they either starved themselves to death or turned to cannibalism.
Aria, no thank you.
Good lord.
Good timing. One second. No Duplo for pup. Oh, yep, she's just come up and hit me because I took her Duplo away. Aria, no. Oh right, okay. That's going to make things better, is it? Okay. In the days my grandfather ran the community, a man came into the village dressed in holy clothing. We've always known him simply as the Abbot. He proved himself an ally of Krezk and besieged permission to reopen the abbey. And he's been there ever since. Hasn't aged a day. I'm not sure what goes on up there.
Tell me, you say he hasn't aged a day.
When I first met him as a child is how he looks today.
And how does he look?
You just wanted to hit random buttons on Daddy's keyboard.
Of course you did. Silly question.
Keanu Reeves.
In his 30s. Young, attractive. He has a calmness to him. Certainly not what you normally find here.
Do I know anything about people that don't seem to age beyond the old vampires?
They're normally dead.
I was thinking like, is he definitely a human or like?
Well,
like,
magics can do it. I mean, there are tales of very powerful wizards who can prevent aging. There's obviously tales of
Druids.
various other bits and pieces that prevent aging, like druids, like magical fountains.
Revenants who just refuse to die.
Wouldn't know about revenants,
Nah.
Charlie. But regardless, he seems like a very interesting man, and I would quite like to speak with him. Is access to the Abbey easily gained, or?
You can go up if you wish. I'd be wary though. He doesn't age. While he seems pleasant, I wouldn't put it past him being an agent of Strahd.
I'll be quite honest, I don't trust anyone here.
I mean, no one from the village has been up to the Abbey in decades. But if
I
you wish
feel
to go, you may.
I feel like Anna is super proud of Alana right now for not trusting anyone. She's like, she's learnt so much.
Very harsh lessons she learned last night, trust me.
At this point, in the background, you hear the two kids that were with in the back of the cart. Really cheerful to be home, and they are dragging Irina and Ismark through the town northwards.
Yeah.
Is this town as safe as they say it is?
It's, as far as we know, it is the safest place in Barovia.
If it would be at all possible, could you perhaps provide extra guards for Ismark and Irina while ever they are here?
Why? He looks instantly suspicious.
They
There are friends.
very important. Beyond friends, they were the late son and daughter of the Burgeon Master of another town. People that need to be looked after.
Okay. Make a deception check.
What, deception?
You are deliberately omitting the fact that Strahd is after Irina.
Yeah, it's a lie of omission.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's also a valid reason why he should protect them anyway.
Yes.
So it's
But-
not a lie.
Okay,
God
you can
damn it.
choose deception or persuasion.
they're both -2.
I think it's valid. You are deliberately thinking, and normally when you've got knowledge in your head and you're trying to tell them a different reason, you've got the whole thing. You've got to make sure there's nothing shifty about you.
I'm going out of my way to lie to them, yes. Shit. Why did I speak? Why did I words? I'll use my portent for 17.
Okay. GM roll D20 plus.
-2.
He just looks at you. He's not entirely convinced, but he just goes, "Very well." At which
I really
point
wish
he
we had
nods
some money
and
so we could
a
just,
couple
like,
of
pay
nearby
him off.
guards. The one thing you have noticed in here is nobody has a coin purse.
Fine, an extra cask of wine. I don't care. Anything useful. But
Yeah,
we have
'cause
nothing.
The one thing that you've noticed in here is that you've just picked up the sense this isn't your everyday village. You know, it's like they have legitimately cut themselves off from the rest of Barovia.
Telling you, man. No coin purses, no shops, no capitalism, wearing ushankas.
Do they have to queue up for bread?
Now this is communism
Did they-
that works.
Did they do any kind of trade for the wine, or did they
You've
start
known for a
unloading?
long time that the winery provides the wine to the villagers for free.
We need to talk to the Mastercosts.
No,
Yeah.
they consider it their duty in order to keep the hopes of the people up.
Yeah, that's
They consider it a weapon in the fight against Strahd.
I feel like we should also point out to them that alcohol is a depressive.
What, are you going to suggest they start distributing?
So when you go out partying with your friends, you don't drink alcohol.
Not usually.
They lace it with holy water. It's happy alcoholic effects only. Has none of the negs.
Right, so are we gonna go get an audience with the Abbot? Is that our plan?
You can see Irina and Ismark heading towards the north of the town. You got the impression that Ismark had something he wanted to tell you guys, but not around the kids.
Good, that's gonna be good news.
Probably.
Tafili can tell us later. Let's go visit Vladimir Kianu.
I'm on board.
Yep.
Ismark's in the naughty corner with us. We have no words for him today.
Okay.
Bad parenting corner.
Yeah.
Right, so as you continue down the road, the winding road that starts leading towards the abbey, you can see running parallel to you is, you know, the kids leading Ismark and Irina going up the other path, and they're leading them to the pool to the north. I mean, you get there, I mean, that elevation there is not much. Only just started the ascent. Yeah. At which point, as they get to the pool, you see, as Irina gets to the pool's edge, there's a kind of flicker to the surface of the pool, and from the distance you're at, something looks a little bit off.
Right, should we get you a chair? Food stuff.
What fuckery is this?
Daffy casts lightning bolt.
Are you gonna head over?
Yeah, let's check out the fucking weird wall. Let's go.
Okay. I'll assume. I won't make you make athletics rolls to get down the hill without hurting yourself, because I'm nice. Okay, as you get closer, you can see Irina is currently transfixed and looking into the pool. Instead of seeing like the bottom of the pool or her own reflection, you see the image of a handsome youth of kind and noble visage. The sadness in his eyes turns to sudden joy. Tatiana, he says, it has been so long. Come, my love, let us be together at last. Sven, in your head, you hear the words, "Ah, my master." And it is actually a truly joyous sound in your mind.
Carrots and noodles.
I stare at my weird sword friend.
Did we see the dude reflected in the
Yeah,
pond?
did we see the dude in the pond?
This is coming from inside the pond. This image.
Yeah, but we see that. That's not like what.
No, you can see it. Yes.
I
I'm
would
grabbing
crossbow
Irina
it.
by the
Wait.
scruff of her neck and pulling her
I
away.
would say, as you're doing all this, Irina gasps and puts out her hand and says, "My beloved Sergei, in life you were a prince and a man of faith. We were to be married long ago. Has this blessed pool called your spirit to me?" She reaches towards the water surface as a hand of water rises up to take hers.
Shoot, shoot, shoot! Kill it!
Chairman
pull,
back
pull.
there.
Okay.
Tackle the bitch.
Mummy's got one of those too.
Oh, actually, we're not going to do this without tokens, are we? So we'll just do it. Okay, everybody roll whatever your initiative is in, as a standard roll. So you're going to have to do the whole, whatever, plus whatever.
It's just a straight up D20.
Same.
That's disgusting. With a +5, that's all I got.
Sorry.
so sad.
We're rolling initiative. Oh, we don't have the token, so it's just D20 plus Dex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow, we all roll so good.
Because we don't really give a shit about Irina.
And Arena that 20'd.
Oh, have her.
Yeah.
She's more hassle than she's worth.
It is technically a roll. Can I Diviner's Portent her initiative to 3?
Not once the initiative's been set, no.
Before the initiative, did my divine sense pick up anything?
You pick up absolutely nothing other than Anna Tingle.
Oh yeah.
Well, we've now got a name for it.
Yeah.
Is that the name you're going for? Because I have some concerns.
Time and place, guys. Time and place.
Oh no! I'm not saying that out loud. Oh, what the hell! Every time you do Divine Sense and Anna's nearby, you just get a boner.
That makes sense.
Can I push the DM in the pond? Like, is that
Yeah.
like an action?
No.
I remember this, Mole. I'll remember.
What the hell? You like turning us to stone anyway.
Yeah, I like making you hard.
Okay, so before any of you manage to reach her, their hands clasp and Irina is pulled into the water and embraces Sergei beneath the rippling water. You have never seen a happier couple as they both begin to fade from view.
We applaud. Good ending, good story. To the Abbot.
Your sword says into your mind, Sergei can rest now. While you fight evil, I am yours.
Okay, so that clearly was the sword then. That it wasn't some random new voice.
Yes. However, you know how when you approach this place it was a lot calmer and stiller and pleasant than you're used to? Within 10 seconds, the sky is black with storm clouds. The rain starts to bucket it down, and a peal of thunder shakes the land, and the clouds coalesce into a terrible visage. A deep, dark voice from beyond the mountains cries out, "She is mine!" A terrible crack resounds as blue lightning splits the sky and strikes the pool.
I turn and look at Daffy to see what she just did.
Okay, can all of you make a dexterity check?
Check or a save?
Check.
Hey, that's pretty quick for me.
Okay.
Jesus.
Jesus. Okay, so that would be just Hatchy. You get, as the blast hits the pool, you get flung off your feet onto your back.
Okay.
It's a good job none of you had dived in the water,
Yeah.
because all I'm going to say is 8d10.
I feel like I will say this though. I feel like Daffy would be doing something to try and get Arena out because she's lost her sibling. She's close to Ismark. Like I feel like that would hit home with Daffy. Whether we like Arena or not, I think it would hit home.
Actually, I think, in my eyes, Defeating would probably be holding Ismark back from diving in after her.
Wait, Ismark's there?
Yes.
Oh fuck yeah, that's what she's doing.
Yeah, I'd be probably helping because I've just seen something very scary.
Can Anna go up to the edge of the pool and like look in, see if there's like any trace
okay.
of anything?
The pool, when you first came up, it was a nice, vibrant blue. You know, the sort of thing. You know that idyllic watercolour that you get on beaches in all the tourism type things. It was that kind of blue. Now, it is what you would expect in a rural mountain area inside a village. You know, it's still clean water, but it kind of looks a bit ew.
Any trace of Irina?
No. Ismark is screaming.
Anna will go in the pool and swim down and have a look. I'm right there, and I'm wearing
pool's-
leather, so
The pool itself isn't. I mean, it gets deep towards the middle of it, but in the area that you'd be looking, it's a case of standing up. You'd still be able to have your head above water.
right. But she's gonna
Easily.
look like she's gonna stick her head under to look
Yeah.
anyway, because this is like murky.
Okay, make an investigation check.
All right. 11. That's with +9, so I rolled a 2.
Yeah, you don't find anything of interest.
I asked in Draconic out loud, can a revenant drown?
You gonna hold my head underwater?
Just wait till the bubbles stop. We'll see if she's dead. Is
Smack your hands away.
Is there any of the Krezk here?
Well, there's the couple of guards that were following Arena and Ismark.
Kreskians?
Kreskoffs.
Kreskoffs.
Yeah, I
Kreskites.
basically just
Kreskites.
turn.
I think Kreskites sounds.
I turn and snap at them. Go get your Burgomaster. Go get him. Bring him here right now.
I want to see like the intimidation for that, because I'm scared of Alana anyway, but...
Yeah, do an intimidation roll.
Oh. Oh. It's pretty hard to be scary when you're holding back a very angry man.
It's true.
Yeah,
Angry
they
man's scarier than
they
I.
kind of look at each other like, huh, and one of them starts trundling off slowly.
Has Daffy got like thaumaturgy?
Were I not a holy woman, that man would be getting sacred flame up his ass.
Arse.
Arse.
Arse. Okay, yeah, that was fun.
Oh, fun. You say.
I have to say though, this campaign has kept Arena alive the longest.
Yep.
Like of everyone I've had, Arena's dead. The deadest of
I
dead.
think it's partly because you decided to take her to Valaki instead of straight to Krezk.
Also, we don't like her.
Yeah.
We just ignore her, so it's not worth taking her away.
And in this game, she's actually semi-capable of looking after herself.
Well,
Whereas in most campaigns, she is the damsel in distress.
Oh, I can't move. Oh. What a Serena.
I don't know
One
which I
rejects
prefer.
Sven and lives to tell about it.
But yeah, after a few moments, I mean, Ismark's scream of rage starts to die down, and he is positively fuming.
Calm emotions.
Get every last
And okay, I was just a little bit distracted by chat, wondering what that meant, but okay.
strawberry yogurt.
He basically screams rage, starts to die down. He falls to his knees and all that sort of stuff. We'll let Angie decide what she's done at this point when she gets back.
Yogurt. Let me have some.
But eventually, he kind of lets it go. And is anybody gonna offer anything to him?
Aria.
Yes, Sven would absolutely, because he got the feeling from the sword, and he did the thing.
Do you just want
There's
your
no
juice?
evil in the area.
Yes
He would
or no?
absolutely feel that. Don't worry,
I'll sit you
this is actually what she wanted. I believe they're at a better place. Booyah.
Ooh!
I believe.
Oh.
Oh wait, -3. It's just -3 though, because I'm checking the math right now.
Oh yeah, why has that got
proficiency
7
is for
Okay.
charisma is
23.
3, which is 7. So, and it's adding +10. So even though you tried to mess with the levels thing, it didn't fix the.
Okay, you might need to mess around with it again at some point. Okay,
It's still
can the rest
23
of you make straight up
You have
wisdom
yogurt
checks?
Anna's like drying her feet right now and putting her boots back on. Like, I'm done playing in the pool. Oh wait, checks? Oh, I don't think it really
That's
makes a
close
difference.
enough.
Doesn't make a difference.
Okay, Ilana, it occurs to you that you actually recognised the guy in the pool from when you were in Castle Ravenloft. You remember seeing a painting which had Strahd in it, an older, at least a generation older man and woman, and another guy. This guy.
Gotcha.
And as far as I know, you guys have been told the story of
Yeah,
why
we
she's
had the
after
tunnel.
Arena.
Didn't we?
Yeah, I have the note from the Tome of Strahd where it talks about.
So yeah, you'd recognise him as Strahd's brother
Which
from
we
that
know
painting.
is
And
dead.
we know that souls can't leave Barovia, right? Someone's told us that. I believe.
Not normally.
Not normally.
Yeah, normally souls just get recycled in Barovia, which is why Arena looks like Tatiana.
We know that Strahd sealed his pact with Sergei's blood.
I missed one session and I know none of this.
Well, you know how you would have known it if you hadn't stolen my book.
I
Actually,
copied the important
well
bits
together.
down.
So I'll like grasp Ismark by the shoulders firmly, and I'm like, Ismark, listen to me. Your sister was the reincarnated soul of Sergei von Zarovich.
Okay, this has to be pointed out. Okay, I have no idea who did it, but donation. Anna Tingle tipped £25 to the stream.
Wasn't me.
It wasn't Sven.
Thank you, Anna Tingle.
It sounds like Chuck Tinkle's wife or something. Like,
I laughed so much my headset fell off. Oh.
Not just yet.
thanks, Scream. Good donation.
Way to completely get me off my game. Yeah, I'm a little bit off anyway because I'm not feeling 100% myself. And I think I'm actually going to take a break here because I think this is a good point before we actually end up going up to the Abbey, if that's still your plan. So we'll be right back, folks. I'm going to be taking us off the air because, you know, reasons. Well, not off the air. It's back to the be right back screen. See you in a moment. And we are back. So, in the revelations regarding souls and stuff, does anybody have anything to say to anyone on the topic?
I basically would have explained to Ismark and the group, just reinforced it, what the fuck just happened, what it means. And been like, calm your tits, we'll get to the bottom of this. But we don't need you stressing out right now.
Well, you know, coming from anyone else, Ismark probably wouldn't have trusted it quite so much. And you can see his anger kind of like transition into a type of acceptance. He's still not happy about it. And basically just loud enough for you to hear, but not aimed at anyone specifically. You just hear him say, at least Strahd can't get her now.
Charlie's like, really, at least? Anna's like, it's true.
And then I just go, let's get ready to go to the Abbey. We're this done. Scene.
We'll leave him to grieve at the side of the pond.
Okay.
I have a quick question. Does Hachi or Alana have some sort of drying out spell? Because Anna's like duck pond over here.
Nope.
I mean, she took off her shoes,
I mean,
but that's about as much.
I think the closest Alana's got is, oh hey.
I mean, I could set fire to you with radiant fire, but I don't think that would help.
You mean you
I
could
can-
try?
Yeah.
I can
Hey, the
chill
plus side.
warm material, so technically clothes are material, so it's not material unless there's more we don't know about you. So, yeah, I can press the distribution spam until all your clothes are warmed up.
That'd be good. I'll take that. Just because otherwise I'm going to be shivering the entire way for the rest of the session.
No.
Alright. Cool. I'm not freezing to death. Oh, wait.
I mean, on the plus side, if I did Sacred Flame you, it wouldn't hurt you that much.
Well, we don't know that. Actually, we do, because we did fight a Revenant once, right?
She was just pointing at your shirt, Bill.
My shirt.
Yeah.
It's Alana's Sacred Flame, so what if it, like, it has to hit.
Yeah, it has to hit first, which probably wouldn't.
Well, no, normally you either... No, Sacred Flame is the one where it's dex safe,
Yeah.
but you always roll really crap on the damage. Whereas Guiding Bolt is the one that does the decent damage, but you never
Yeah,
hit.
but like, I never hit with Guardian Bolt, and most people dodge the Sacred Flame, so I can't win either way.
Unless, of course, you're not hit.
Yeah, it's a green balloon.
That's true. Then you roll really well and get the kills.
So when
Clearly,
it
I should just pass my couch off to one of you guys, and I'll be effective.
No!
just
We
You're
like
effective in so many
cleric.
other ways.
That sounds like being the prissiest person ever. Like, she still plays, but she just makes us do all the roles. Physical labor stuff. Like, that's
Roll my
beneath
dice.
me.
You, Sven,
Ew.
roll my Sacred Flame.
I feel like Susie's scary enough that everyone will be like, oh yeah, yes, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not scary.
I've seen you run Strahd.
She has a bigger smile than Mole probably the entire time.
I'm enjoying it. I really am.
I'm having fun with it.
Yes, so in case you guys know, I think it's every other week on Wednesdays.
Yes.
Yes. And it'll eventually make its way onto Bill's YouTube channel, which she can write in the chat.
I will do. I'll have to copy and paste it because I don't get a fancy link properly yet.
Oh, you don't have enough subscribers yet. Subscribe!
Subscribe.
Subscribe! Get Bill to 100 subscribers so she can get a fancy...
Yeah, because right now I'm a tiny bad channel.
Okay, so you're going to start heading up towards the Abbey. It's a
Obviously,
long...
you know, we make sure that Ismark is handed off to someone that can take him somewhere, so he's not just stood crying at the side of a pond.
Adrian offers to make sure he gets home okay with the kids.
I mean, Adrian just lost his brother, so they can have shared grief time.
Yeah. Should Tefili stay there? Because she's just lost her brother.
Wondering.
Well, actually, thinking about it, Daffy would maybe stay with Ismark, because we can always message her and be like, yo, we need you to come blow something up, hurry up. And she can just bamf to us.
Well, we'll go on the assumption that she's staying behind, but if she decides that's not something that she would have done, we'll just pretend that she was there the whole time.
yeah.
I think that's the easiest way to handle it.
Schrodinger's the filly.
Okay, so you start going up to the Abbey.
Well, it's less exciting when you say it like that. That's
Yeah,
just,
why you say it like that for? Like, guys, then.
Not everyone can have sexy Swedish accents, guys.
that's true.
Relax.
Yeah, it helps if I go to the right screen as well. Okay.
Hat, you forgot your hat.
Thank you, sweetie. Go on now, you take it away and go give it to mummy. That's how it goes.
Damn, women always stealing our hats.
All good?
Your tokens are now on there.
Balloon.
Oh boy,
It's another balloon.
that's not a good sign.
For reasons.
4 reasons.
Balloon. Green balloon.
Okay,
Blue balloon.
so you make your way up. Just to point out that with this map, north
Oh,
is
yeah.
not
I'm
up,
doing it again.
north is left.
Where are we? Hello?
It's just a case if they needed to put the map in a portrait book, whereas the map would be landscape if it was done with north that way.
Oh, there we are, I found us.
Left hand side
Like a
about halfway up.
castle.
Yep.
This is the Abbey. It used to be a convent.
I can't select my token.
Really?
Nor can I.
Nope, I can't either.
They're on the wrong layer. Yeah, they
Yes,
must be
they
because we're
are.
under the grid.
They are. Okay. There we go.
Hooray!
Why isn't yours linked properly to your character?
I mean, you can
There
say
we go.
Abbey all you want. Sven knows a castle when he sees one.
Okay. The road from the village climbs above the mist to the wide ledge on which the abbey is perched. A light dusting of snow covers the trees and the rocky earth. The gravel road passes between 2 small stone outbuildings, to either side of which stretches a 5-foot-high wall, 3 foot thick, of jumbled stones held together with mortar. Blocking the road are iron gates attached to the outbuildings by rusty hinges. They appear to be unlocked. Viewed through the grates, the stone abbey stands quiet. Its 2 wings are joined by a 15-foot high curtained wall. A belfry protrudes from the rooftop of the closer north wing, which also sports a chimney billowing grey smoke.
Someone's home.
In the north wing.
Yes, this building has wings, so it's not a castle.
Castles can have wings. Don't you go shitting on castles' dreams of flying?
Don't be castlelist.
How could you?
Hashtag
rude.
not all architects.
Okay. Do you want to do like marching order? Like have our holy squad and then everyone else?
Okay, I'm going to tweet
I'll
something
go
out
first.
just for the fun of it.
Oh.
Oh boy.
There we go.
Everyone scurries to Twitter to see what's been posted.
Except Kevin.
Except Kevin. Because safety baby did not become a thing.
By not having a Twitter, that is the ultimate safety baby. I just never care.
That's how you win.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be kind of upset if you didn't go with @HusBagel. Because that's how the world knows of you right now. Outside of Strahd.
It just makes for a better surprise when they all go, "Who the fuck's the bearded German?"
I really needed to nearly choke on that coffee. Thanks, Kevin. Onwards, let's go. Hustle.
Yeah, so I'm up front. I have my shield.
Okay, you're at the iron gates.
Yep.
Judging by the rustiness of them and all that sort of stuff, you reckon opening these will create some noise. They are indeed, however, unlocked.
Why do I have fish? Why have you given me a fish?
Slight push open.
Why? I don't want the fish.
So, are you opening them?
Fuck. I don't want the turtle either.
Okay. But you hear the loud screech of metal on metal as the rusted iron gates open. You open them. I'm guessing just enough for you to get through. Yeah. Okay. As you go through, make a perception check.
Ten.
Oh, yep, wrong bit. Okay. I'm missing a hatchy perception.
That's enough.
Hachi's on another plane right now.
You right, Stevie?
Yep, I sure am.
Okay. Sven and Alana, you hear coming just from the east the sound of figures getting up from the ground.
You mean the sound of the dead rising out of the grave?
No. As in, people were sleeping on the ground. They're getting up because they've been woken up by iron gates screeching.
The
we
lazy
heard
bums doing sleeping during the day.
Can we tell if that came from outside or inside the building?
Outside.
Okay, immediately, I'm like to Sven, I'm like, be ready. They said nothing about other people besides the abbot, and it sounds like people are getting off the ground from outside.
Oh, yeah, no.
Sven would nod and
Okay.
but also ask, so are we
As you
attacking
go
first,
through-
or do we fire when fired upon?
Second, the latter.
As you go through, off to your left, scrambling to their feet, and acting like the sort of thing like two people that should have been guarding the gate, but were actually taking a nap instead. You see two figures. The first looks like this.
Oh.
The second looks like this.
Does Anna recognize,
Careful.
why?
No.
We found Charles Xavier's mansion. Yes, the mutants are here.
I was meant to be an X-Men.
Yes, and they basically, scurry forward and start looking you over, a little bit concerned.
I make sure I don't have. I mean, I have a weapon nearby that I could use, but when I approach, I have my hands open and arms
Okay.
out. So we're just here to see the abbot, and I'm keeping eye contact even though they look super fucked up. I'm not like, what the fuck are you?
Can I do some sort of insight to see if Anna thinks monster or person?
Okay.
Some funny looking peasants.
Super insightful. This is me.
Yeah, you've definitely got a Frankenstein / Island of Dr. Moreau thing going on here.
Right, someone's been trying to decurse people or
Something.
something. Yeah. Anna is just like, fuck it. That crossbow bolt is going in the crossbow.
The one with the hood up basically says, "Ah, okay." The voice is feminine, just slightly raspy. The other one seems quite excited, but all that comes out is gibberish, somewhere between a donkey braying and a dog barking.
Oh boy.
And they say, well, this way.
Alright.
And they lead you. I'll just move all of you because it's easier.
They can't see chat on stream again, Mom.
Oh,
Click to a
yeah. Damn you, chat. Okay, they move you over to lead you to the courtyard. They open up the gates. I need to quickly do something. Now for generic token. Yep, that'll do. They lead you to the courtyard, start to open the doors, and they say, building on the right. He's usually there. We should get back to our posts.
I just nod, say thank you very much, and nod to both of them, show them lots of respect, and then go to the building on the right.
Anna wants to go in last and just like watch
Right.
those two.
Oh, okay. That's why it's on the wrong tool. Just give me a second. I'm just opening things, unfogging things for you. But it's a complicated shape. There we go. So ahead of you, in the courtyard, which is this page, a thick fog fills this courtyard. The thick fog that fills this courtyard swirls, as if eager to escape. The courtyard is surrounded by a 15-foot high curtain wall on which stand several guards with their backs to you. Or so it seemed at first. It's clear now that these guards are merely scarecrows. Wooden doors to the north and east lead to the abbey's two wings. In the centre of the courtyard is a stone well fitted with an iron winch, to which a rope and bucket are attached. Along the perimeter, tucked under the overhanging wall, are several stone sheds with padlocked wooden doors, as well as 3 shallow alcoves that contain wooden troughs. 2 wooden posts pounded into the rocky earth have iron rings bolted to them, and chained to one of them is a short humanoid with bat wings and spider mandibles. The quiet is shattered by horrible screams coming from the sheds.
Alright, first up, scarecrows.
Yes.
As experts in scarecrows,
Oh, well, I wouldn't quite go as far as experts.
Ruby is leading scarecrow specialists.
You can make
here
a
for all
perception
your
check.
scarecrow exterminating
Insight.
needs.
It would be insight.
Okay. I mean, obviously there's an urgent thing, people are screaming, but also scarecrows.
As far as you can tell, these are completely inanimate and basically just to put up there to give the impression the place is guarded.
Just so it's on record, Anna has loaded her crossbow with one of the new special bolts because this place is heebie-jeebie central.
Yeah, yeah.
This place is monsters and madness going on.
And that person, question mark, is chained to the well. It has a spider face.
And bat wings.
I'm really just not about that aesthetic. That general aesthetic can just fucking do one.
So yes, by the well you can see... Oh, no, sorry, I put her in the wrong place. She should be here, I think. Yes. So you've got the variety of sheds, which you can just about make out.
Where's the nearest one with a scream coming from it?
Well, the screams are coming from these three here, these three here, and then there's one on each side of these doors here.
Well, you suggest it's tough.
Oh, and one up here.
Did
No.
Sven get anything on his
No.
divine sense?
I was just gonna say, so I would have gotten...
You would know that with the doors shut like that,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to get a sense of anything that's inside the sheds.
No, I'm trying to figure out, because I assumed the other two amigos would have come in.
Oh no, they said they were going back to guard.
Oh, okay. Then I just guess I get a reading on the spider and see if there's...
The what? The one with the mandibles.
Yeah.
Okay. As far as I know. Let me just double check. Yeah. All you get is Anna Tingle.
And this one's chained up, though, you said?
Yes. As you start to move closer, the creature chained to the post flaps its leathery wings and takes to the air, but doesn't get very far before its chains go taut. She flutters about madly, screaming nonsense.
Anna's like, I don't like it. Charlie's like, oh.
I don't like any of this.
Yeah, the creature stands about 4.5 feet tall, has a haunched posture, long stringy black hair, hiding most of her face, but clearly visible are spider mandibles and teeth that replace her normal human mouth. She has the arms and wings of a bat, as well as a cloven hoof up in place of her right foot.
I like the Baron of Krezk didn't think to mention the monstrosities that are here.
Can I tell that this is like just been cobbled together? Like this is a Frankenstein stitch.
It's an easy thing to
well-
jump to.
Yeah. Well, they did warn us that the abbot has been here and could have fallen to madness.
Are the
It
screams
seems like.
Sorry.
No, sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say, are the screams like they're in pain or they're just mad or
Mad would be about right, if you think Asylum screams.
yeah.
Don't think there's much we can really do for these poor wretches right now.
Did the guards say which side the abbot was in?
Right,
As you
right.
came through the gates, they said to the right,
So
which would be the northern one.
Alright. Well, Sven is very uneasy about this entire thing, and I'm
Yeah.
sure everyone else is. We need answers.
Yep.
Okay, so are you going over to the...
I will try to calm the spider.
every
At
time
first.
you start to move closer, she gets more and more agitated.
What if we like offer food and like?
No,
Because Anna's curious like how much humanity is left there.
it seems to be every time any of you make any sort of action in her direction, she just gets agitated.
Alright.
This really sucks.
You know, as you back off, she starts to calm down.
Nice.
Okay, so you're heading over towards there. It's just a regular door. No, it isn't locked.
Go in.
Go in.
Preach and clear.
Preach and
Okay,
clear.
as you go in, I will reveal this. As you go in, you get the gentle sounding music trickling down from above, played on a single stringed instrument by some unseen master. The ground floor is one large 50-foot square room with arched, leaded glass windows. A cauldron sits on an iron rack above a fire in a hearth, while above the fireplace mantle hangs a golden disc engraved with the symbol of the sun. In one corner, a wooden structure climbs to the upper level, while in another corner, a stone staircase descends into darkness. Several chairs around a wooden table that stretches nearly the length of the room. Wooden dishware and gold candelabras are neatly arranged on the table, standing behind which is a young woman with alabaster skin, dressed in a torn and soiled red gown. Her auburn hair is neatly bundled so as to not touch her soft shoulders. She seems lost in her own thoughts. Next to her, a handsome young man in a brown monk's robe gently takes the woman by her hand. A painted wooden holy symbol that depicts the sun hangs from a chain around his neck. He moves with the grace of a saint. So,
I'm just picturing like Neo from the Matrix now. Like brown leather trench coat.
Sunglasses.
Yep.
that's the woman.
Ooh, she's pretty.
It is Ariel. Well, Ariel's got my water.
And that's the guy in the robes.
Give me my water. Don't take these out my bag.
And Ilana, you recognise him.
Yeah. Just confirm for me where I recognise him from.
From your vision.
Yeah,
The
thought so.
angel.
He was the angle.
Yes.
This is where
That is the
Alana
gentle.
takes
That is
one
the
from,
gentleman that the angel showed you.
Shit, then Alana would walk in and just fall to her knees in front of him.
Okay, as you walk in, it appears that the abbot is teaching the young lady one of the, some lesson in etiquette. As you walk in, he turns to you and goes, "Ah,
Fuck you, Kevin.
I'm sorry.
okay, what was the phrasing in reference to?"
Because Alana fell to her knees in front of the abbot.
Oh, okay. And he basically turns to you and goes, "Ah, visitors. Get up, my lady."
She's just kind of like, oh, you're the one that the angel showed me.
He looks at you
Anna
quite
thinks Alana's
perplexed.
mad.
Yeah, this really is coming at a super bad time, isn't it?
Yes, Ariel.
Before I arrived in here in Barovia, I saw you in a vision. It was given to me by a messenger from my goddess. I saw you.
I see. And your goddess would be?
Salune.
Well, I'm here on Earth to perform the work of the Morning Lord. He has guided me here for quite some time.
What exactly does your work for the Morning Lord entail? Anna's like looking back over her shoulder towards Spider Bat Lady.
Oh, you mean the Belleviews? Yes. That could have gone better. When I moved into the Abbey, the Belleviews were a family of lepers, and they beseeched my help to cure them. And I was successful for the most part, but they were left with deformities as the disease would leave, as you would expect. And I did my best to give them the life they wanted. unfortunately, in these lands, there are sometimes unintended side effects. Sorry, what was that history roll for?
I misclicked. I didn't mean to click.
Oh, okay.
My sheet's been acting up. I was trying to like click slightly to the right, and it rolled.
Yeah, no, it happens. No, sweetie.
Is everyone else in the room yet, or is...
Anna's like in the doorway. She's like spooked.
Yeah, Hachi followed.
I figured I was like basically right beside you because we preached and cleared.
Gotcha. Ah,
Oh, it's Aria.
I had so many questions, I just forgot them all. Both me and Alana. Who is the woman? Who is this?
This is Vasilka. Make perception rolls.
Yeah.
I think this is like one of the creepiest places we've been.
Yeah.
We've been a lot of creepy places, but this is a whole new level.
Okay, Anna, you notice, glancing towards Vasilka, you notice that the sleeve of the gown on her left-hand side has ridden up slightly, and you swear you can make out what appears to be very faint, very exquisite stitching on her skin.
Still not gonna hire this guy as a tailor. Just saying.
I mean, he seems really good.
Seamless. Yeah.
No, darling. Dad is busy.
I don't understand then why you would be shown to me unless you could help.
Maybe you were sent to help me. If my plans go according to plan, Vasilka here will aid us, will aid all of Barovia, and potentially lift the curse from these lands.
How so?
How much do you know of the Lord of Barovia?
A fair amount. We've been here for some time.
Well, then you know that the root of his curse is born out of love. With any luck, Vasilka here will allow Strahd to have what he never did, and find that peace which will allow the curse to end.
And what does Vasilka think about this?
Vasilka just turns to you and replies in part of it sounds like she's kind of struggling with the words, but at the same time it's a very elegant, graceful, really nice pitched type voice, and she says, I'm here for the people of Barovia.
Insight check, please. Do not trust.
On?
Vasilka.
Okay.
So I just started watching Westworld, and she totally reminds me of like a programmed clone thing.
She one of the rivets.
She's being 100% honest with you. There are no telltale signs whatsoever of deception.
But like the way she said it, is it like?
Oh, the
Is
one
she
thing you will pick up,
brainwashed?
the one thing you will pick up with the 20 is how to phrase this. You get the impression that there's not as much there as you would expect in someone of this age.
Can I Arcana check? Is there anything in like? Is there any enchantment magic there? Is what I'm looking for.
Sorry?
Can I Arcana check? I want to search for enchantment magic.
Well,
This
to
reeks
actually
of,
check for
like,
proper magic, you need to do detect magic. You can look for signs which would indicate the potential of magic with Arcana.
Then let me just check, because it's something that Hachi would know, but I don't know offhand. Nah, I'll not do this. It's got a verbal component. I don't want to be a dick and just be like, magic.
Tell us more about what your plan involves.
Well, Vasilka here, will provide the Lord with his lady. At this, Vasilka smiles.
Oh, so creepy.
I hate it. I hated it so much.
Okay, insight checks.
Like Charlie genuinely just wants to burn this place to the ground and just not think about it anymore.
Okay, Sven and Hatchet.
Yes, brother.
Her mouth is smiling, her eyes have not changed.
This is some bad voodoo. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I mean, Anna's hearing get rid of the curse, which she's very pro. But this is some bad monster juju going on.
In general, not a fan of this whole situation.
Aria.
You look as though you have questions.
I have many questions.
Take a seat.
Okay. I look at the others.
Vasilka and the Abbot take the seats which they're standing by.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Abbott, is there anything we can do to help the Belleviews? Ooh, sorry, Stan.
The Belleviews, once I cured them of their leprosy, they seeked to fix the deformities they had. I did everything in my power to give them what they asked for, and what they asked for was to be more than human. Unfortunately, the magics which gave them what they wished for played on their minds. And here in Barovia, that just is a certain leading to madness. If I could do it all over again, I would not have granted them that wish. Now, I care for them as best I can.
Do you believe they deserve peace?
I believe they deserve life.
However miserable. However monstrous.
You should always look further than skin deep for monstrous. Or by pure appearances, Strahd himself is almost angelic.
Yeah, I'm side-eyeing Anna super fucking hard right now.
I'm
You
sorry,
yourself
but we're hearing people scream
appear
in
complete-
like
She,
anger and horror and mayhem outside. That is not peace. That is monstrous, miserable life.
He looks you straight in the eyes and goes, "You, by all appearances, are perfectly normal."
I am not locked in a cage for my own good.
The restraints the Belleviews are under Cloven's decisions. You'll find him upstairs. He is one of their family. he decides who is free to roam and who isn't. They are his family after all.
Anna's gonna just defer to Alana. She's having issues within herself right now.
So, do you have preparations to... Is there anything we could do to help?
Well, actually there is. In order for this to work, requires the ancient rules of etiquette, courtship and the like. And we would need to present Vasilka in the right way for it to have any chance of working. To this aim, we will need two things. One, both of them would be Gudruk gowns. One would be the gown in which she is presented to Strahd. The other would be her potential wedding gown. Unfortunately, here in Krezk, the way the commune works, they have no tailors. Not, at least not for this sort of thing.
Does it not feel wrong to you to present this woman like a piece of meat for him?
Look closer.
I look closer.
Make another perception check.
Perception. 17.
Okay, as you're now close and all that sort of stuff, you can see signs, here, there, and everywhere of the sort of stitch work that you would see. Some of it is similar to, autopsy type measures. Other things, the on her hand is literally holding her hand on, and it is a very alabaster skin. There is no life in the skin.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question, Mal.
Yes.
As a revenant, Anna can track the source or the subject of her obsession.
No one near you.
No. I can't track Strahd because he's not the source and subject of my obsession. I was going to ask,
Close
is she
enough.
getting a gut feeling that this guy's plan could maybe work, or that it's just hinky and monstrous and horrible?
The gut reaction you get is, if Strahd is in fact just a lovelorn guy, this would work. The question's if.
So, Alana, if you remember, you were trying to teach me before going to dinner etiquette, and I feel like I have a question I want to ask, but I feel like it might be rude. Can I ask anyway?
Make an Arcana check, Stevie. Oh, and you, Alana, because you're trained.
I am too.
Okay, you can all make Arcana checks.
Woo!
Okay. Everything you can see about Vasilka reminds you of passages back from the library. Something you read long before your visit from the Angel. It was a manual tackling golems. Specifically, flesh golems.
Daffy wants that book so hard.
Exquisite workmanship. Normally it's just body parts thrown together. This is very carefully constructed. It took fairly close examination for you to be able to pick up the signs that things were off.
Well, once I figured out that she's like a flesh golem, Alana would kind of just stand up and ask if she could look at his work more closely. And I'd be asking him questions about the stuff. But then she would she'd ask, would you think this is going to work? Like, the Count is a intelligent man. He's sure to realize that this is just a machine, a lifeless husk. It's not companionship. It's not true love if it's just a body.
At its simplest layers, yes, you are right. But at what point of learning, adapting, knowledge, does one go from being a machine to being a person? You've been here long enough, you've probably figured out now that souls aren't in everyone, but everyone's a person.
That is true.
Given enough time and enough preparation, who's to say my creation will not be a person
But
worthy
then,
of love?
But then, conversely, so if she does become a person, then is she not entitled to her own free will to choose? And you handing her over like a prize is morally
I'm
horrific.
doing the work of the Morning Lord. If Vasilka ever decides this is not the path for her,
And I pretty much just go, and then go and sit back down.
I hate you, Bex.
What was the question you wanted to ask, Archie?
See, now I doubly think it might be rude.
He just turns and says, ask away.
Is this the best that the Morning Lord could come up with after all this time?
Holy shit!
If you give me 3 days, I'll come up with a better plan.
I've never loved Archie more.
He just turns to you. He's smiling and he says, "How long have you been in Barovia?"
But like 2 weeks.
And how much time have you spent in the presence of Strahd?
Grand total of about 16 seconds.
Let's just say I know the man and I know the lands far better than that.
Sure. Okay.
And short of doing the impossible and killing Strahd, this will work.
What if I told you it was not impossible? And I pull out the symbol of Ravenkind.
He sees the symbol and he goes, "Oh, I thought that was lost." Many have tried. There was a mage here not long ago, far more powerful than you. And he's generally looking at the group. He tried to go up against Strahd. He lost. In my time here, I've seen several attempts to topple Strahd. The wizard came the closest to making Strahd break his stride. Direct confrontation is not the way to win this war.
Oh, there goes Charlie.
Yep. Was anything... Oh, there we go.
Oh no, I just had to talk to my mum.
Okay, we were just making sure that, there wasn't actually a problem. So yeah.
Susie really wants to sass this dude, but Alana won't because he's fucking shown to her in a vision. Shit! Ah!
Can you remember what you were shown?
Not right now, off the top of my head, no.
Okay, long and short of what you were shown in the vision
It was
was
only 2 weeks ago.
this man coming to Barovia, going to the Abbey, reading stuff, and the overall impression you got was him becoming obsessed with something, possibly going slightly mad, and then towards the end of it, it was like a man finding his purpose and starting to work on something. But there was definitely that whole obsessive
Yeah.
element to it.
And now we're here, I can kind of guess what it was.
Abbot, why do you believe Basilica would be the one? Exquisitely crafted though she is, and I'm sure taught very well.
I have spent a great deal of time finding knowledge of Strahd's wants, everything I can about the man, and I have a lot of experience in matters of the heart. And I am putting it all into this endeavour.
Does she look like Arena?
No. For one thing, she's got auburn hair, and Arena's got black hair.
This shit is not gonna work. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Charlie says this shit is not gonna work.
Ahachi says this shit's not gonna work.
Anna can't say that because Anna's kind of half sold on it.
The Abbot taps onto the enneagram, and I have spent time having conversations with him as well.
Yeah, spend time having conversations with who?
Strahd.
Now, did you really have conversations with Strahd, or was it an illusion, or possibly something misleading you, something else? I only say because I thought we seen Strahd too, but it was an illusion.
He had form, he had substance, he spoke as a man with intelligence. There was no indication whatsoever I was being misled.
I really wish Daffy was here just to burn the place to the ground.
Oh, Hachi's holding something back now. No.
Do it, it's D&D. Just do the thing. Even
Yeah,
if it's
just
a bad
do the
idea,
thing.
just do it.
Do it, yeah. I'm on board with that.
Hachi, smart enough. Let's see.
I need to check something.
Problem is that I can't make Anna act if she even slightly believes this could work, because that would be going against her goal.
Education.
And there's knowledge to be gained here, so Alana doesn't want to burn this guy just yet. Because one of her flaw is that she would risk too much to uncover knowledge.
Okay, so here's what I think. I love that you've put such work and craftsmanship into this plan, but I also unfortunately believe that you did meet with Strahd, and Strahd did tell you what he wanted, and you've worked so tirelessly. But just like, for how long? How long have you been here?
What?
I've been here 2 weeks. I answered. How long have you been here?
I first arrived in Barovia about a century ago.
Okay, and how long have you been working on this?
That I cannot answer with accuracy.
I think that you did meet Strahd, and if I was in the Count's position and I knew that someone came here, I would do everything in my power to waylay you with another task to stop you from doing something else. And this seems like something that you've been assigned by him, knowing that you would spend a lot of time on, but would be rootless in the end. You've been neutralized as an enemy.
Okay, I can see what you're saying, and I'm not arrogant enough to say that it is impossible. I am, however, unusually adept at detecting deceptions, and I have put a lot of thought into this. I have also spent a fair amount of time with him, and this is not based on specifically stated desires. If he has manipulated me, It was very well done. And I am close enough to completing my goal that to give up now without at least trying, even if it is such a small chance of working, would be quite foolish. If you knew you could take Strahd by your a companion here just firing a bolt off into the sky, knowing it was a 1 in a million shot, would it still be worth that shot?
I don't disagree. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine, you go.
I don't disagree. I don't like the plan, but I think that this deep in plan and not completing it is a bad idea. But if you do complete it, it doesn't work. What I'm concerned about is what happens then. And I think that your heart is in the right place. And I think that your goals and our goals are common goals. So
Aria, no. Sorry guys, 1 sec.
that's fine.
Don't bother mummy.
I'm gonna check her in bed after I've done this.
Go on.
Come
Go
on.
Okay. He says to you, I will do the work of the Morning Lord until the day I die. If this does not work, I will simply find another approach.
And in the meantime, if we had a different approach while you continue your work, would you aid us?
If you found an approach that I thought had a chance of succeeding and would indeed free the land of Barovia. My goal here is not to defeat Strahd. My goal is to free Barovia.
I agree. I didn't come here as a foe. I didn't come here. I know
You
my
came here because Strahd chose for you to come here.
Yeah, that wasn't on us. I was a petty thief.
Are you popping that, Sven?
Yes.
You detect the presence of a celestial.
I like to imagine that Pup's toy in the background is Vasilka practicing her language.
Yes.
Where's it coming from?
The Abbot.
So all I'm asking is, in the meantime, while you work, while we're here, I have faith in my friends more than I have in anything else, and we believe that we have a chance. And if they tell me they think it, I believe it with all my heart. So I ask you with all my heart, will you help us?
I'm going to continue to work on my plan. If you have something that I can aid you with that I believe will work, you will have my aid. You are free to roam the Abbey as you wish. I will warn you, however, one of my earlier creations before Vasilka is guarding the more dangerous members of the Bellevue family in the other wing. Unless I or Cloven are with you, it will attack.
Vasilka really likes her dinner.
There's a very tiny audible gasp as Sven whispers that to Alana. Oh, Steve's out.
Anna's gonna just go and take a walk in the courtyard because she's so
Freak the fuck out.
torn.
This place is amazingly creepy, isn't it?
She has such genuine hatred for everything this guy has just done, but at the same time, it's so in line. She's having like a fundamental crisis right now.
Can't help but feel that like totally Elena's able to like suppress the ick feeling she's getting about making a woman to hand over to a dude. How fucking gross and morally vile that is. She's able to suppress that because there's knowledge to be gained here about golems and shit. So she's asking the Abbot all about that stuff. And yeah, fuck it. She would broach the subject that she knows that he is not a mere mortal man. That there is clearly something different about him.
He turns to you and says, well, of course. How else would I have been here for a century?
Well, my
I
people
came
live
here.
for a long time.
Yes, but
Do you have the monopoly on being old?
but I'm guessing your physical appearance has changed over that century.
It has, yeah.
I came here a century ago to honour the actions of a mortal servant of the Morning Lord. I came from the upper planes to bless her remains and the convent and abbey she founded.
Oh.
I have been here ever since. For you, and just you, he briefly shimmers and you see his true form as a Daba.
Oh, it's the coolest shit. I clutch my holy symbol a little bit like, shit man. Take that off the cleric bucket list.
I think it's time for another quick break. We're probably not going to be going too much longer tonight, folks, because reasons. But yeah, I'm going to quickly take us to the other screen, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes or so. See you soon. No, wrong screen. And we're back, and the entire time we were gone, the entire party, while they were at their chairs, were discussing just how much this is creeping them the hell out.
I mean, I'm okay with it. I just don't like his tactics.
You still have questions?
Someone mentioned they did.
What magic did you use to transform the people?
It was a combination of the divine and the arcane. Everything that was done to them, they asked for. But like I said, here in Barovia, sometimes, if you leave a chink in the mental armour, Barovia will take advantage of it, and I did not see that coming. For the most part, they're comfortable. I do my best for them.
So is this a transformation gone wrong or a curse?
This is the transformation they asked for, with the unintended side effect of insanity. To varying degrees.
Sven feels very uneasy but waits for the rest of the group.
Anna's outside. She's done. Bye.
As you go outside, and you're now at a far distance from the one that's chained up, you can see that she's sat there and seems really quite content.
And the screamers.
It has calmed down quite a bit. You got a feeling that they were set off by the gates opening.
Like watchdogs.
Yeah, kind of thing.
I don't know how to ask him what else is his fucking deal without being all like, hey, so what else is your deal?
Oh, he
Just
does.
ask
He
it
does.
open.
He does tack on the end. You know, with what you were asking, Spet. And then he says, like I said, if I could go back, I would not have granted them the boon. I would say it's possibly the one time I was misled. Not by them, but by him.
Okay, hold on. No, leave the fan on.
I think he encouraged fulfilling their requests because he knew what would happen. Your friend outside. I can tell what's happened to her. If you can help me in my requests, I can bring her back.
Uh-oh.
Don't do it. It's
Inside?
not worth it.
Sorry?
Inside?
To life.
Oh, Sven gets up and walks away. He doesn't know how to feel about this.
They did. They make deals with different devils.
Alana would be like, how? How do you have the power?
You know what I am.
Yes. That's within your realm of...
Yes.
You're a being of incredible power, so why have you not yourself attempted to overthrow him? Why are you seeking platitudes rather than to destroy him? surely you should be able to.
Like I said, many have tried to overthrow Strahd. I could attempt to confront him head on, but should I fail, who would be left to help the Bellevues? Who would be here to do what they can to ease the suffering of the people of Krezk? I weighed it up for a long time and came to the conclusion that the greater good would be better served by taking a non-confrontational approach.
Get him to bless us, just get us buffed. I hate this guy so much, like, just so much hatred.
When you do leave, if you could do me one favour. My guess is they didn't mention it, but the Burgeon Master's son, the last of 4, all of which passed due to disease. The Krezk line should not end, for that really will be the end of the village. Please tell him that I may well be able to bring him back.
Okay, alright, so I'm about to do a reaction. It's not Alana's reaction, it's my reaction. Oh, hell fucking no! Right? But Alana just nods. I will confer the message. Internally, I fucking will not confer the message.
What, you don't trust the angel?
I've seen his fucking attempts at bringing shit back. That's
Right?
No, that's not bringing shit back.
well, no, but like
Yeah, they were-
interfering with shit. I've seen his attempts at interfering with whatever was fated to happen in Barovia, and it turned into like weird half donkey people. I don't know what he's gonna do if he tries to bring someone back from the dead.
I'm really glad like we didn't start a fight with this guy straight away, because our asses would be on the floor and like little smears. But
If you
also,
go purely by CR levels, he's just as tough as Baba Lysaga.
oh fuck it, we can take him. Let's go.
Yeah, well, you might have to add in all the mongrel folk.
Yeah, and he's an angel, and I'd feel really
Down.
well. He's a celestial, and I'd feel super bad about that.
Anna doesn't want to start a fight. Charlie just hates this guy. But Charlie also doesn't want to start a fight.
So
It's probably a good job you left the Feely downstairs.
I really wish she was here. I wish she was here. Her like part of this group is so important.
No.
Not just because she starts the fights, but helps.
She's
If
a lot
you
more.
avoid
Oh, sorry.
sorry, go ahead.
I would say Daffy's a lot more socially aware than the rest of the party. I'm sitting on a big, nice 0 charisma right now.
Oh well, Sven's rocking too.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Wait, no, so I'll say to him, if you've weighed up the pros and cons, and non-combat is the winner, then look over all of us and see how we weigh into the equation, because it's a new equation now.
I didn't say the purpose I chose the route I did was the effects of failure.
Okay, I'll do it in the bedroom.
But if you're joining an already winning battle, you only weigh heavier on that side, you only make the victory quicker. If you can see if we start taking the winning hand and then strengthen our hand, I'm not asking you to join us from the start, I'm not asking you to join us at all. I'm
I
just,
can see what you're saying, but posit this. Say you fail. What do you think Strahd will do?
if we fail and you're not involved, you can keep
No,
going. If you're
even
involved-
with my involvement, what do you think Strahd will do if it fails?
bring new people to toy with, I imagine.
The same as he's always done,
But what
maybe?
about the existing inhabitants of Barovia? You sure he won't bring
I'm
his
not
wrath
there.
to them? He's done it
What's
before.
new?
Well, I mean, in that case, you're now sitting on hoping that he doesn't randomly cull people and trying to placate him with emotion. I don't think that's the way either.
What I'm saying is that unless it's a certainty, a direct confrontation will just lead to bad. If you come up with a plan that seems viable, I am more than willing to help. But I need to think about the land and its survival, whether you succeed or not.
Well, damn it, Alana. I want to be rude again.
Do it.
I don't. I'm actually looking for permission, like to Alana. I'm like, I don't want to be out of place or out of line.
I will, Alana, because Alana's pretty much got as much as she wants from this conversation at the moment. So she's going to stand up, she's going to bow politely to the abbot, say thank you for your time, I'll consider what you've said, and say do what you will, Hachi, and just leave.
So it's just
me
Hatchie
and-
left in there now.
Oh, solid. That's a fucking disaster.
I never actually left. I've just been like pacing angrily in the background.
Okay. So you're still in the room, but
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, so I'll just say it. So we, since we've been here, have done more for the land than I imagine most adventurers who've come here have, who most of Strahd's toys have. In case you haven't been out recently, the light of Argynvostold flares across the land as a beacon of hope.
I've noticed.
That was our doing. Baba Lysaga doesn't walk the land anymore. That was our doing. The land's not just... It's not out of our radar what would happen in the land, but
You have achieved more than I would have imagined, and you may well be able to succeed against Strahd directly.
you see the armor I wear, the insignias emblazoned on it.
Yes.
I'm aware of what happens when a revolt fails. I've seen the destruction of Argynvostold and all of its members. The place laid in ruins, a place I never thought could fall looking at it. But they can't be put in action like they are as well.
I'll tell you what. In the mountains north of Vallaki, there is a man. Seek him out. Discover his story. And see how that plays into your view of what is best for the land.
He was on our radar, Mount Bartok, correct?
Yes.
I guess we just valued what was here a bit more. Now I don't know about that so much.
Make a charisma roll.
Right. I could definitively use my portent for 3 and it might still be better. It's not. But
Okay, it's not horrible, but he'll throw in one part and one verse. When you go and speak to him, the ability to dispel magical defenses may be an idea.
pretty much all I do. Okay, that's fine. I suppose thank you, but if we do come up with something, or if I do come up with a plan, and I come back here, or if any of my friends come back here,
My door is
looking
always
for help.
open.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, can we just come directly to you? But that's
Absolutely.
fine. Oh, thank you. I'm just gonna like walk past Sven. I'd just be like giving him this here the whole time.
Ilana, when you went out the door,
Yep.
can you make a perception check, please?
Perception check.
You can make the perception check as well. Because you're outside. Okay. Out of the corner of your eye, you see a figure dart from the battlements into one of the rooms upstairs. The thing that sticks out to you is the way they are dressed. Just does not fit. See, your gut reaction is it's one of the Velaki. Not the Velaki, Vistani.
Okay, so as I left the abbot, Alana actually had like a kind of like a smile on her face. Kind of in a whole, I guess everything might not be as bad as I think it is because my vision was real, which means my goddess is real and I'm not totally being fucked with. But I would point, I'd speak to Anna. Did you see that? That looked like a Vistana.
No, it was Anna that saw it because she rolled.
Oh,
high.
Anna saw it.
Yes.
Oh, never mind then. I'm there with a dopey smile on my face.
If Anna catches like Alana's eye, she'll nod over like really quickly.
You don't see it. By the time you've reacted and turned, the figure has gone into the room.
Alright, at which point Anna's turning and looking at whatever the fuck just happened.
You can see that Anna is pointedly looking at one of the buildings on the second floor.
What is it, Anna? What did you see?
Vistani.
Oh.
Anna's trying to like work out what that could possibly mean, like why Vistani would be here.
You would have absolutely no idea.
Ooh.
Which building did they go into, Mole, on the map?
It was on the second floor, and it would have been on the right-hand side of what you can see at the other end of the courtyard.
Oh, the one that has the thing in that will rip us to shreds unless we have
Yeah.
That's on the
or
ground
someone
floor.
else.
He did indicate that was the ground floor.
He also
Okay.
didn't tell us there were Vistani here.
This fucking guy.
To be fair, I don't think people really know where Vistani are.
True.
Is there a way of climbing up to the second floor without going in via the ground floor?
You could probably try and climb up the walls, like over here.
Okay, Anna is having a day of it. She's going up the wall.
I
Can
could
I have
boost
an
you because like
athletics check?
Alana is like
Yes, you
6 foot
can.
and a half.
Yeah, you get up. I was going to say you can have advantage from help from Alana, but yep, you climb up.
Can I see like Vistani in there?
No, you can just see the door.
Okay, there's no windows or anything.
No,
Is the door locked?
the door is still slightly ajar. I'm just going to move maps. Oh no, that's not what I wanted.
I wish we had some sort of vocal signal I could do that wouldn't like alert people I'm like up on the second floor. Yeah, exactly. Hoot like an owl twice. I don't want to go in a room on my own, but I will totally do it. I'm gonna signal for Alana to follow up and like reach down her hand to help her up if I can.
Oh boy.
Yep, that'll be an athletics check with advantage.
Okay.
Come on, Alana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
We're
move
both
Alana
feeling very
up as
strong
well.
today.
The door you want is this one down here.
Which one?
Oh, I got to zoom back in.
Bottom right.
Yeah, bottom right.
Okay.
Let me just make sure that the stream can see things.
Yep.
There we go.
Can we see like the henchman from up here, by any chance? the guards? Are they back chilling out the way?
No, they went back to the main gates.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Can we like see out that way?
Yeah, at some point along there you better see them. They've gone back to sleep.
Alright, cool.
Okay, you go over and that door is open. So you...
Hey, maybe the Vistani knows something helpful.
As you
That
go
would be a
in,
shame.
make a perception check. Who's going in first?
I can. I could go in and stealth.
If you want, or I can go in armor.
Well, I want to try stealthing through the door, see if it like creaks.
Okay. give me a
Jesus
second.
Christ, you don't exist. You just John Cena hand and disappear.
I'll just make myself really small and just slide through that gap.
Okay.
So I stand very still on the other side, just not trying to move.
Okay, yep, okay, and at which point, let's see, yep, okay. As you move in, you sneakily move across against the wall. When you get to about here, out of the corner of your eye, you see a figure. I'm guessing you're going to stop
Yeah.
when you see them.
Depends. Is this Skyrim? She could probably just walk right past the thing.
You see
I am the knight.
this
Shoot it
figure
with an
here.
arrow.
This bay.
It's my wife!
Who you've never met.
I've never met her!
Don't kill my wife, Charlie.
Alright, I'm just gonna literally like raise the crossbow I've got and just tell her to stay very still and hope that Alana hears me and comes the fuck in.
Yep.
Okay, you walk in and you see Esmeralda.
I step forward and I'm, Esmeralda! What are you doing? And I'm like, put your crossbow down, Anna. She's a friend.
Anna lowers her crossbow.
Esmeralda turns to you and goes, Lana, long time.
Yeah, where have you been? What are you doing here?
Well, what I've been doing is what I've always been doing. And, my research led me to believe that Strahd visits this place on occasion.
Your visits?
Yes.
We knew that. We were just told that.
No, I know, but like,
And I figured, what better place to take on Strahd than not in his castle?
true. Did you think you could take him on your own? After last time, when we last saw you, you were in pieces.
There's a good tailor
Like I
here that
said,
can
last
fix
time, I fought him in his castle.
True. It's true.
I've heard you've been up to a lot.
Yeah, we've been here and there, making trouble as we go, you know, the usual.
Do you have a plan?
We're on the way to making a plan. We have a few items, and then I flash the symbol, because I'm all about flashing the symbol today.
that. Neon light just goes off.
Ah,
Impressive.
look at that. We're feeling better about our chances. Although we were very recently humbled, somewhat. Needless to say, though, the swamps probably a bit safer now.
Impressive. So, have you decided that you're definitely going after him?
Yep, that's the end goal. That's what we're here to do. That's what we must do.
I see.
Can I just check her over though? Like, I'm divulging all this fucking information
Yeah.
to her.
So
I'm
goes,
not-
peekaboo!
Bah!
Insight.
It's me, Strahd. Yeah.
It's her.
Ooh,
No, she good. She good.
pretty good.
But I need to do introductions. Clearly, Anna, this is Esmeralda. Esmeralda, this is Anna.
Pleased to meet
Have I
you.
heard of Esmeralda?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Not even with Van Richten hanging out,
No,
like right next to my house.
no. Because if you remember, the only reason Rictavier
I know.
found out was because of the party.
So you believe you had reason to believe he was here now? Then, if you are here,
No, but I
Or
had
you
reason to
setting
believe
up?
that he'd be coming here, and I figured I'd wait.
Sleepover.
but Anna just goes sleepover. Actually, I think Esmeralda and Anna, you would get along pretty well. You are both of a like mind. We do have the rest of the party here. If you would like to join us for a little while, they're.
Catching up would be good.
I think they're currently engaged with the Abbot, but it shouldn't be too long.
Strange man.
Very strange man.
There's definitely more to him. I can't put my finger on it though.
Very unusual.
I
think he's on the right side.
right now.
Though.
Yeah, his intentions are good. It's just the consequences of his actions that I don't feel are as good. I can't say I 100% agree with his latest course of action.
Okay, for Anton's benefit, Esmeralda is a monster hunter that used to study under Van Richten, who is a world-renowned monster hunter. The party originally came across her in a tower after she had attempted to take on Strahd, barely escaping with her life. That was when
And I
they
love
fought.
that.
That's when they fought a blue dragon for one
Yeah,
round.
she was hiding under the cart that we nearly blew up and blew ourselves up with.
Yeah, we almost TPK'd at a very early point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
over something really stupid.
So yeah, that's Esmeralda and that. In which case, you're going to go back downstairs. Yeah.
Yeah, probably back
Okay.
out the window so we don't get mauled.
Unless Esmeralda doesn't want to give away that she's here, she's clearly gone to a lot of
No,
effort.
she follows you.
She's an idiot too. They're all idiots everywhere.
You're making the assumption that the abbot didn't know she was here.
Oh, he definitely knows. He's a know-it-all asshole, but still.
Wow, Charlie, tell us what you really think.
I will. Had enough of smug men recently.
I'm guessing at this point you guys will probably be coming out of the abbot's presence.
After Hachi would have left, I would have looked at him and said, when I end this, you will fix what you started.
I'm not sure what you mean.
When the land is fixed, will you stay and finish what you started?
If you mean the Belleviews, I will stay here as long as they need me.
I will be back for you. If Sven will leave.
Was that meant as in any way a threat?
No, that was
That was a meta question.
Yeah, no, that was the truth.
Okay.
I wanted to check up on these people.
Okay. No, basically, I was asking as DM whether what the intent behind the statement was.
Well, I mean,
It's
I
a
can't
promise.
I can't predict what's going to happen, but I mean, if you want to go meta-wise, if I come back and he still hasn't fixed them, he's going to freaking kill a Celestial. That's what's going to happen.
Fair enough.
I have the best boyfriend.
Except for the fact that like he described, he just did what they asked.
Yeah, that's not a good excuse. I'm sorry. That is an appalling excuse.
So yeah, you walk out and you see Esmeralda. At this point, they're all just climbing down from the battlements and then moving towards you. You seem to be missing some twins.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
They do that.
No. We've not seen her since.
You haven't seen her since the tower.
No. Since Lauren fucked off. We lost Lauren.
If I remember correctly, Sven did try a line on Esmeralda, but that's as far
Yeah,
as
that
went.
was it. That was it. And once he saw that the line was weird, he just didn't even.
I was just trying to remember like how that ended.
I think she just pretty much stonewalled the line, and that was it.
That was the
feelings-
early days where if it
Yeah.
was female and walked, Sven was all over it.
The feelies in the village with a friend.
And
She
Lauren,
better be in the village with a friend.
Lauren's gone.
I'm so sorry.
Not dead, gone.
Really?
Like Strahd deal gone.
So you have the two of them. I really didn't expect it to be Lauren.
I have to say, I thought Lauren was stronger than that.
Yeah. We all did. I'm saying this because Tefili's not here, by the way.
Right?
You get the feeling that when you saw her, yeah, it's almost like she paused, checked for Defeely, then said it.
Angie, if you watch this back, I love you.
Well, you have obviously all grown in strength. I actually think you might have a shot.
What about yourself? How have you been doing besides?
I'm fully healed. I'm better prepared.
Have you seen your old mentor?
I will see him when he decides he wants me to see him. Stubborn old man.
Would you join us when we take our shot, so to speak?
She seems to spend a moment weighing up options in her head. Then she kind of nods and goes, I think our combined forces would definitely yield a greater success. Where would you wish me to wait / meet you?
We should discuss that beyond these walls.
Mm-hmm. Let's not talk about that here.
Where to then?
Anywhere but fucking here.
The wizard's keep.
We are a long way from anywhere.
Yeah.
We don't know anyone in this town. Anyone. We have no concept on where is safe in this town.
She turns to you and says, Krezk is the least battered by Strahd, so when they state that this place is safer, I'm inclined to agree.
Ironically,
for
a
the
place the
trustfulness-
vampire comes to visit.
As the abbey and the village are two different things.
We should return to the village anyway to check on Defeely.
Absolutely.
And
I'm
it's
just
not-
saying that the village is relatively safe. As for the inhabitants, I don't know if they're trustfulness or not.
Does Esmeralda know about Irina and Strahd's interest in her? I can't remember if we told her.
Yes.
Oh boy. Well, we'll tell her that when we get back to the town.
Well, that sounds like the
off.
sort of conversation you have on the walk down.
Yeah.
It's a fairly long
So
walk.
here's the pool in which we lost Irina.
It's very simple. She's off to Tirnanog.
Her response is simply, if I were a romantic, I'd smile.
God, stop it, Esmeralda. I can only love you so much.
So yeah, you get down to the bottom. Guessing you're going to meet up with the Feely.
Yep.
Is Mark nearby?
Yep.
How does he seem?
I think we need to ask Angie that way.
It's only they're in public.
Yeah, please. So Dappy.
Who says they were in public the whole time?
I don't think anything went on.
Actually, I think that's probably a good spot to stop at. Because, you know.
Yeah,
now,
we need Hachi to tell us we're going to the mountains.
And I'll make the assumption that you spend a bit of time telling the filly what happened. So we can start up with that next
With
time.
the Phillies' reactions and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
we can fill Angie /
I mean, I've got something I need to discuss with Angie. Anyway, secrets.
And
but yeah.
how far away are we from the wizard, anyways?
It's
Miles.
north of Valaki,
Yeah,
so not
with the-
too far.
All the way back to Valaki and then north around the mountain, or around the.
Basically, the distance from Valaki to the werewolf caves, and then again, is probably the region you're looking at. So,
So
not a
we'd
huge
probably be
amount.
spending the night here and catching up and resting.
You could
and then
probably
going
get to
forward.
Valaki tonight, especially if you're just on the horses.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we could just.
With
book
just
it.
the horses, you could probably get there tonight. But
I will
we'll
look
handle
at
that next session.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, thank you very much for tuning in, folks. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will be back. It will either be the very last weekend, the Saturday of this month, or sometime
30th.
after that. Yeah, it'll either be the 30th, or it will be whatever date works for everybody from there. So it's going to be a few weeks. However, I am planning to start up some more one-shots in the next couple of weeks, because I'm kind of on a really big D&D buzz right now, and I've finally finished my Roll20 project of getting every single stat block and token for the Monstrous Manual into a Roll20 game. All I need to do is put together some maps, and then I'll be able to run D&D on the fly, which is kind of cool. Yep. Anybody got anything else they want to hype?
No.
Not really. Just follow us on Twitter, Twitch, whatever's
Yep. I think the names are on the
the
screen.
usual.
No, they're not. The names are all in the descriptions of all the stuff on every single episode that's on YouTube. So, did you post the link to your YouTube
I
channel
did.
regarding Bike
Yeah,
Club?
it's in there somewhere.
Okay, cool. We shall see you next time, folks. Goodbye.
Bye.